So welcome into Massey Park, Papakura. Now we were here 5 minutes ago. I promise you this is the same place. However, there is a change in the environment. Look at these big clouds rolling in. Anthony Gelling joining you here alongside Crystal Rota. Crystal, you've been watching some footy today already. What was the last game you just called?
Yeah, the Waikato and the Canterbury game, which was a really good game. Canterbury beating Waikato 26-8, which was not to be expected. So really good game of footy from Canterbury.
Yeah, been a tough year for Waikato. However, these two teams seem to be going all right, playing for a place in next week's final. This was Counties in their game against Canterbury.
It's going to be a brilliant game of rugby league here from Counties and this Vulcan side. They have players like this back, Leah Rees-Tuka and Jana Mangele. They had a few players out last week in their defeat against Wellington with the likes of Tuka, Tautari, Futumuala and Howe. They're back today to strengthen this Vulcan side, who are up against a strong County side as well. Going to be some good footy on display.
And some great matchups across the park too. As we just have a look at the scores earlier today, of course, the Auckland Vulcans beating the Counties Manukau Stingrays in a last-minute try. They didn't lead for the whole 79 minutes, but pinched it right at the death. And here's a look at the table for the women. So as you can see, Vulcans and Counties, they are playing right now for a place in next week's final. The Vulcans are going to have to win by a certain amount to jump over Counties, and the Wellington Orcas, they're also a chance of sneaking in. However, they're going to have to put on an avalanche of points to have any chance, as it looks like Akaranga Falcons will be the team waiting for whoever qualifies. So having a look at that Counties team, talk about matchups. Lots there in the 13 jersey. Her matchup with Jana Mangele for the Vulcans, that's going to be one to watch. Anyone stand out there for you, Crystal?
Oh, good to see Ana Tamalolo back. She's been out with injury, so she's going to strengthen their forward pack massively today. Barbara Ova'a also in the middles. It's going to be a massive battle of the middles in this game today, Ants.
So we had a chat to Coach Lewis Papali'i. Greg Selwyn it was, sorry, earlier today.
We're here with the assistant coach of the Counties Manukau Stingrays, Greg Selwyn. Greg, you're playing for a spot in the grand final. How do you approach a game like this?
I think we just need to concentrate on what it is we can do. I think we've got a great opportunity in front of us today, playing against a desperate Auckland side, really, because at the end of the day, I think both sides can got something to play for.
You say they're desperate, you're in their heads already?
Well, I'm kind of hoping it's like that. Like I said, they're a desperate side. They'll want to get over the top of us today, but it's our role to try and stop them, I suppose.
And how are you going to do it?
Well, I think it's important that we concentrate on what it is we can do. We probably need to attack them a bit more through the middle of the field, and hopefully shift the ball to the edges a little bit on either side, really, and just defensively aim up during the whole game.
Where are you dangerous?
We've got a few threats. I think on both edges we've got a little bit of speed on both sides, and we've got some damaging ball carriers through the middle of the field. So I'm presuming it's going to be the same for them too, but we need to make sure that we're better at it.
All the best, Greg. We're all looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Well, it's a Counties side that's known for their forward pack, but how do they match up against this forward pack right here, Crystal?
Oh, you got the likes of Futumuala, who was 18th man when they went down to watch Wellington last week. She's going to be a massive inclusion back into the side. Also, they were missing Tautari last week. She's an inclusion that's good for the side because she's so experienced and she can direct their middles around. But Jana Mangele, can't go past her. She's been outstanding the whole campaign, just through the middle third, what she does defensively and on attack. So it's definitely going to be an exciting matchup. But right across the field, two brilliant teams, the Vulcans and Counties.
So we had a chat with their coach earlier also.
We're here with Auckland Vulcans coach Albert Vete. It's the Vulcans versus the Counties. What's it going to take to get you into the grand final next week?
Yeah, we're going to need to start well. Yeah, it was a real disappointing loss last week, so the girls have had a good week of training. Yeah, and we've got to be disciplined with the ball if we want to, take 2 points and head on to the grand final.
So you're 34 points behind on points differential, and talk us through the maths. How do you approach a game where you need a scoreline?
We try not to mention that too much to the girls, but yeah, I think if we stick to our strengths and what's been working for us before last week, I think we'll be able to score some points and let that take care of itself.
What have you been working on?
Just a few of our combinations. We got Johnny back. She didn't play last week, and she's a big part of our team. So yeah, just working on our combinations and our defence. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see how we go today.
All the best.
Cheers. Thank you.
So 34 points, that's a differential that they're going to have to overcome if they want to qualify for the final. What does that do to your game plan? Are you going out there throwing it around, trying to score as many points as you can, or do you kind of just go about your business and let the score take care of itself? Yeah,
I'm more one to go about my business, do what we've been practicing and training. Don't go away from that, because that's when you start to lose your way. So, trying to execute what you've been training, what you've been doing at training, those combinations you've been building on, solidifying that, especially if you're working for a spot in the finals. You want to be continuing to build, continuing to get better. One thing that's, probably comes into play is pressure. When you have to win by a certain amount or a scoreline, that adds additional pressure. And like Albert Vetti said, they've been focusing or not putting that focus on the girls, because that does put players under pressure. It can put you off your game when you want to be more focused than anything. So I think they just stick to their processes and what's been working to them prior to their defeat against Orcas, and I think they'll be right. But they're going to have to really work hard to be putting extra points on this counties side.
Well, I'll tell you something that's been working for counties. Ana Taumalolo, first carry off the kickoff. That's a great way to get your game started. We'll see where Vulcans kick it. If they've got a certain place on the field or a certain person they want to pick on. Referee Jack Vivas, hand in the air, blows his whistle. We are underway. So here we go, Mary Solevi. She's going to start off at number 9. It's a great combination between her and Stowers as they chop and change as the game goes on. Osborne and the number 11 there. She's on her own at marker as Lotor takes it in. Up towards the 40-metre line. And into the Vulcans half now. Loto squaring up. Toa, oh. Ball goes to ground. So the counties with an early error, Vulcans in possession. Be interesting to see how they go about their attacking sets, knowing they have to score as many points as they do.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to not be patient when you're desperately trying to get points on the board. So it will be interesting to see how Vulcans play this out. Not the start counties would have wanted, not getting to the back end of their set, but this one here with the ball in hand right now, Putu Moala, she is going to be a threat out there, going to cause havoc for this county's defensive line.
So rumbling forward now, there's a strong carry there from Wendy Saiviti. The Vulcans down the right edge. That's a very uncomfortable kick there for the fullback. Tuiala getting across here, manages to stay in field. Now the Vulcans with an opportunity to really tighten the screws and jam them in there. Oh, and they've given away a penalty.
Yeah, just what County would have wanted right in this field position, that's for sure. Getting some extra metres through a penalty. It was looking promising. It was good identification from Jonsel Tautari, her experience showing already to place that kick beautifully in the corner and put counties under pressure. But they've got a penalty here. Bit of a get out of jail free card.
Well, speaking of kick games, keep your eyes on Shante Toa. Rugby union background, of course. 17 games for counties, 3 for Auckland. Played for Ortsada this year, featured in their Women's Championship win over Richmond, one of the great comebacks. I talk about it every game now.
And then she featured in the semi-finals when we played against them, and she was outstanding as well.
Yeah, she's great to watch. Great to have her playing the 13-a-side game, of course. Oh, as ball goes to the ground there, County's looking a little bit clunky out of the blocks.
Yeah, some ball handling errors early in the game, and this rain is not going to make that any easier.
Well, you can just see the angle of that rain, letting you know which way the wind is going. Straight into the face of Counties. It's Osborne taking in the tackle of Solivi. The Vulcans keep rumbling forward now. Wharemate plays it. Soafiti. Avery Rose Carmont, the number 9, into the starting team here for the Vulcans. Oh! So Counties on their first 3 sets have come up with 3 errors.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on themselves just from their ball handling errors. The ball is obviously slippery. See an error there from Tuliwono. Prime attacking opportunity here for the Vulcans.
So just waiting for the ball now. There it is. I'm going to pick the scrum 10 metres out from the Counties line. Charlotte Davis to feed it. Right, they go. Numbers there for Counties. 3 in the tackle. Oh, Shante Toa's pinched it just about. Can she stay in field? No. So it looks like it's going to be Counties' ball if we just have a look at the replay.
Oh, she did well to juggle that and regather.
Well, there's some space out wide for the Vulcans. 3 people flying in to make that tackle there. So Counties 0-3 from their completions so far. Danny Nicole Gray, she keeps hold. Some strong defense here from the Vulcans, but a great one from Malisi. Solovi up towards the 40-metre line. Just nice and simple one off the ruck here for Counties. Solovi finds a Loto. She gets down and played. A very controlled set here for Counties. They look to get to their kick on the last. Toa puts a kick down towards the Vulcans 10, and there's a nice little run back there from Wharemate. Danny Nicole Gray round the legs. Osborne. So Carmont linking up with her runners. Fotumuala. Carmont now running. This is what she's good at. So dangerous around the ruck. She'll play it back to Mangele. Mangele goes short side. Oh, Toa again. Trying to say it's off the teeth. So a little bit of back and forth, a lot of errors so far. Who do you think's got the upper hand in this one so far, Crystal?
Yeah, the Vulcans at the moment, just off the back of County's errors, their ball handling errors. It's a good dart here from Avery Rose Carmont, putting a little bit of pressure on Counties defensively. But yeah, I think it's just County's errors that are really letting them down. But off the back of that, they've been able to hold out Vulcans because they've had a couple of opportunities here in good ball. Haven't yet managed to execute anything off the back of it though, so hasn't been the cleanest of games to start. But I've loved the look of Jade Wharemete with ball in hand. The whole campaign, she's been playing some good footy, good kick returns, strong carries.
So Charlotte Davis finds Osborne now. Seems to be favouring this right edge, the Vulcans. And Leah Tucker in the 23 jersey down that right side. Keep your eyes on her, as it looks like they may be hitting there again. So Carmont from dummy half. John Toltari still going. Still going, Toltari. Howell. Oh, there's a strong tackle. Great defence from Counties. The markers there springing to their feet, ready to go again. There's a little chest pass. Osborne out to the wing. Oh, taken high. But almost necessary. I don't think she would have stopped her otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Although a high tackle was a desperate one and one that was needed for Counties. One that was needed to be made. Desperation defense from this County side. It's another penalty for the Vulcans, another attacking opportunity and good ball.
So Zion Laupepe, she'll tap it 30 centimetres in from touch. Osborne wrestled onto her back. County's trying to slow the ruck down there. All the defenders are set. What can the Vulcans come up with? Here's a strong run from Fotu Moala. Carmont. They work it right. Mangele. Mangele still going. So Carmont now. Safiti. Thought about the offload. Keeps hold. The Vulcans are knocking on the door. Are we going to see some points soon? Here's an... oh, just about. There it is. John Toltari. Been threatening down that right edge. And this time she beats some defenders and touches down. Vulcans in front.
Yeah, expect nothing less from Joan Totari with their experience. To see here, ball from Avery Rose Carmont, step off the right. Still had a lot of work to do with about 3 defenders, but she dives over the top. Comes in with the clutch play for the Vulcans. Something she's good at. She's good at playing under pressure. She's knows this game inside out. She's played a lot of footy over her time. And these are the things that she does in important games. A lot of work here for Counties to do defensively. Jana Mangele about to take the kicking attempt.
They're going to make it. They're going to get this kick in. Ready? And run away. Let's go. 1, 4, G.
So conversion unsuccessful. And as it stands, the Vulcans only need 30 more points to make it into the final.
Yeah, no pressure whatsoever. But if anyone can handle pressure, it is John Totari who gets the Vulcans on the board first.
So 4-0 the score. Just over 12 minutes gone already. So Shante Toa gets us back underway. Here we go. Strong tackle from Taylor Osborne. The Vulcans looking to continue this momentum that they've had in the opening stages of this game. Futumuala. She's had 4 or 5 strong runs already in this one. Mangele. Back inside to Saiviti. Tautari. Some dangerous shape down here for the Vulcans. Leah Reese took us still going. So with all the momentum now, Howell up towards the 20. Mangele. Oh, it's an awkward kick there from Charlotte Davis, picked up from Counties.
Yeah, realistically, Counties just need to defend hard and keep the ball in hand through this game. The pressure's all on Vulcans, really. But at the moment, they're just making the game harder for themselves with their errors. They can get to the back end of the set and get a good kick down to start to build some pressure on the Vulcans, because at the moment, all the pressure is on them.
So Taylor Curtis has the ball ripped out. Referee is keeping count of how many tacklers are in there, though.
I don't think they understand that it's not the NRL.
Yeah, I think what Tautari's trying to say is because they all drop out.
Yeah. But our rules, once the 2 people have committed to a tackle or started to initiate the tackle, you can't drop off and then strip the ball.
Well, speaking of the NRLW final, of course, tomorrow. Who's your pick for that one?
I think the Roosters have definitely got the stronger side, but, you know, I'm always the one to back the underdog, so I'm going for the Sharks. One of our local girls too, Anessa Biddle, backing her.
Yeah, great story, of course. Anessa Biddle playing for Otara last year. Scouted on an Auckland Rugby League live stream and is now playing in the grand final for the Sharks. So good luck to her. Hopefully can get the job done. They shocked the Broncos last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
No one saw that coming.
I didn't see that coming, but it was an exciting game.
Well, they're underdogs again against the Roosters. Meanwhile, Counties have come up with an error, so the Vulcans with the ball back now. 16 minutes gone in this one, 4-0 the score. Of course, that NRLW final coming to you tomorrow before the big one, the NRL Grand Final straight after it. And speaking of finals, next week, Akarana, who will they play? Will it be Counties? Will it be the Vulcans? Could it be Wellington? Could they score 100 points today and creep in? Unlikely, but it's rugby league, you never know. So there's a strong run now from Whare Mate. Loto and over the top. Carmont at dummy half. Some fresh legs on the field now. Diamond Henry. So Tautari off the left boot. Trying to creep it down the sideline. It's a couple inches too long. That's going to come back. Back to where she kicked it, just in front of halfway.
See what Counties can do here. They haven't had much ball in hand, and when they haven't been able to pull much out with it. So they're in a better spot, attacking a spot here.
Toa. Oh, there's a strong fin. Shante Toa. So Stowers, there's only one marker there. Stowers has spotted it. Try to get in behind Fotu Moala there. So Counties hot on the attack. Stowers at dummy half. They go right. It's a wide pass. Plenty of room here. The Vulcans holding on just. Fifth tackle. I'm not sure if Tomalolo knew it was last tackle. Well, that's going to be a hand over there, but not a bad place to turn over the ball, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what option, I guess, she's taken there in regards to where they are on the field. They need to get a good set of defense and get some line speed up and shut this Vulcan side down, who've been really threatening with the ball in hand. Every set that they've had. Oh, thought there was a bit of a thumble in the ruck, but I'm not the ref.
So Wharemate at dummy half. Had options, but decides to go herself. The Vulcans well and truly away from their try line now. They started this set a metre out in that back corner. There's a good run from Carmont, running hard and getting belted. That's got to hurt.
Oh, Shanice Pihema. That's what she does. Folds people in half.
So time off there's Carmont getting some attention for that rib cage. So this is what she does so well. She backs herself, takes on the line. Oh.
Yeah, she is very good at that from dummy half. A lot of times, and I know from being a hooker, sometimes it's hard to just pin your ears back and back yourself, like you said, and she kind of think more about, do I pass, do I go? But Avery, every time, she times it right, she goes and she just goes for it. And gets herself and her team some extra yards.
Oh, just having a little minute here. It's not a nice feeling. Daughter, of course, of the great George Carmont, who's also been coaching this Vulcans side this year. So she's back on her feet. She's all good. She links up with Howell. Oh, this Counties defense is just uncompromising. Pulling off some big shots here. So forward pass off the ruck. So there it is again. Oh, looked like a bit of push and shove from the markers maybe. Looked like Howell's boot perhaps interfering with the pass from Carmont. However, it's Counties back in possession, and look at the shape they got down the left edge here. 5 attackers crammed down that left edge. Must be plenty of space on the other side. So Toa, Tuiala. So Counties 4 points down. 20 minutes gone in this one. Taylor Curtis played every game for Counties so far. Her sister Sam picking up an injury in the game against Wellington a few weeks back. Hasn't featured since. So Tamalolo met by plenty of Vulcans defenders there. They just push her off the mark as she plays it. So Malisi on 5th tackle. Loto. Kick there from Toa. Kick back into the corner of Kahurangi Edmonds, who takes it well and wins her team a penalty. A high shot there from the Counties defenders coming through.
Yeah, good take from Edmonds. Close to the line too. Around the neck from Sampson.
So Tautari finds touch. 22 minutes gone in this one. The crowd slowly coming back out now. Looks like the rain has subsided here in Papakura. Mangele. So it looks like some shape starting to take form for the Vulcans here out on this left edge. Osborne. Just trying to set a platform now for something to get going. She finds her front. The markers are a little bit slow back. Oh, there's a big fend there from Whakasulia. Mangele. Howell. So the Vulcans looking for their second try. Tautari thought about the short ball but goes herself. On 5th tackle, Carmont. Mangele kicks across field, almost straight across field. Counties back in possession. The Vulcans look like they're just struggling to come up with some ideas when they get down to that red zone.
Need the back five of this county side to come and get involved. Test this defense on the Vulcan side.
I'm not too sure where Taylor Osborne's playing at the moment. She just seems to be in the middle of everything. She's on the left edge, the right edge. Now she's tackling in the middle.
She does that at Mount Albert too. She's just the absolute workhorse. She's all over the show. Love a player like that in the team.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic engine on her, although she's looking a little tired now. Luckily they go the other way. Toa. Little chip and chase, back in herself here. She's got the bounce. Oh, the pass is just a little too high. Fantastic skill there, Shante Toa. Showing some of the weapons in her inventory there. Look at her just scanning the field, looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, the timing of the kick takes it right to the line. But unable to find Mariwa Sampson on that wing. Ball just a little too high.
So Mariwa Sampson looks like she sprained her finger trying to jump for that that pass.
Jodeci Joseph on now for the Vulcans. She's got good vision from dummy half as well.
So it's a great combination that the number 9s for both sides have. On one side you got Solivi and Stowers, and on the other side you got Carmont and Joseph on the rotation. So it's the great thing about watching rep footy. There's you know, there's quality in every position. So Vulcans with an error there. Plenty of hands around the ball, but you still got to keep hold. So Toa to feed it. Lotto off the back, finds Gray. Gray, the little dummy and go. Haven't got too much ball down the right edge of this county's attack so far. This time they get a bit of action. Stowers backing herself for the run. She plays it back. Malisi. Oh, linking up with Tuiala there. Great defense here from Leo Pepe. Jamming in to make the tackle. Loto. Back inside to Talma Lolo. There's a strong run. And a quick play the ball coming up here. What can Counties do on the back of this? Loto playing square now. Toa. Can she spin out? She's trying to get the arm free. Some strong cover defense there for the Vulcans. Gray looking like she's going to grab her. It sits up in goal. Mangele kicking it dead. Some better looking attack from Counties.
Yeah, that's what you want to see on the back end of your set. Repeat set, goal line dropout here for Counties. Beautiful kick from Danny Nicole Gray. Threads it through, puts the Vulcans line under pressure to make the decision whether they let it bounce out or force it out. And in that instance, Mangele has had to kick it out. Counties get another attacking opportunity. See what they can produce off this.
Well, we have to mention the big shot there from Vanessa Molia Fraser in the 25 jersey, letting her presence be known straight away, and there she is again over the top.
Yeah, I have to say I've been on the back end of one of those when we played Kiwis in Samoa. She wiped me out a good one. It was on Smash 'em, bro.
So Stowers to Gray, Tamalolo. Dangerous, close to the line. She gets low. And again, another quick play the ball, setting the stage for Stowers to have a go. She'll be held up and pushed back. So Counties are knocking on the door. They're yet to score a point in this game. Loto passing, Gray. Gray, she's really loving those little grubber kicks at the moment. There's an error, ball's loose. Vulcans clean it up, but not before knocking it on. So Counties, with all the pressure at the moment, half an hour into this one, but yet to score a try. It's not like them, is it?
Yeah, the tides have certainly turned in regards to momentum, though, and possession. It's been a lot more in the hands of Counties. Another error here. Zahalau Pepe unable to just regather that kick. Will it be third time lucky for Counties? Same starting position with attack.
Well, throughout this tournament, they've been dangerous off the scrum. So 10 metres out, let's see what they can cook up here. Loto, Gray. Here's some good shape. Tuiala, great defence from the Vulcans. Is sliding across, but you're not going to stop Mariwa Sampson in the corner.
Love that. Like you said, they've been good off the back of scrums. Just proved correct here. Straight off the back of the scrum. Loto to Nicole, Danny Nicole Gray. Tuiala, Mariwa Sampson, bit of a fend and dive into the corner.
One thing I love about Mariwa Sampson, doesn't matter how much space she has, she's going to back herself in the corner. And you see her come up with so many good finishes time and time again, just because she will back herself and use every single centimetre she has to get the ball down. She scored some great tries throughout the tournament, and that's another one for the highlight reel. 4-all the score, kick to come. Albert Fetty there, giving them a little rev up. But the Vulcans on the other end of a big momentum shift this last 10 minutes. So Toa from out wide to add the extras. So flags stay down, 4-4 the score. Of course, 35-minute half, just 3 minutes remaining in this one. And there's another look at that try. Seemed like the defence done everything right, didn't they?
Yeah, it's unable to slide off and across fast enough, Edmonds. But like you said, Mariwa Sampson can do a lot in a little bit of space. Played most of the season at fullback, so should be used to a lot of space, and then being on the wing now and scoring tries like that. She's definitely a great footballer with the Ahi card side earlier this year, along with Shanice Pihima. Two brilliant up-and-coming players who no doubt will be in the NRLW next year. Hopefully, they deserve it, that's for sure.
So Toa with a little bobble there. She keeps hold of it. She's been busy in this first half. St Auckland play the ball as Counties work their way back towards the middle of the field. Look at the numbers there from the Vulcans getting stuck in. Toa in the background there holding her shoulder. Looks like she's in a bit of discomfort as Loto rumbles forward. That's a strong run. Something she's done right throughout this tournament. The Vulcans just a little bit scrappy around the ruck. I wouldn't be surprised if the referee blows his whistle sometime soon. Tamalolo, always a handful to put down. Just roughly 90 seconds left in this first half. So fifth tackle now. Stells goes left. Loto thinks about going out the back. There's some strong defense here. And on the fifth tackle, Malia Fraser again coming in to save the day defensively. As this might be their last set of the game. The Vulcans in possession. They haven't had much of it in this last 10 minutes. Joseph. Edmonds beats one. Gets the offload. They weren't ready for it. So Whare Mate now dummy half. So whistle's gone, referee spotted something. So it might have been a little bobble in the play the ball perhaps, which should take us to half time. Not much between these two teams at all. So the siren sounds, referee calls for half time. The Vulcans scoring first. Counties pulling them back 4-4 the score. We will be back with some first half highlights. So welcome back to Massey Park here in Papakura. 4-4 the score between Counties Manukau and the Auckland Vulcans. Not a whole lot of highlights to talk about, Crystal, so far in this one.
No, not a much of highlights. Only 2 tries in it, 1 try each. So it was John Tautari who opened up the scoreboard here. Little right jig. Took about 3 defenders over the line, jumped over the top to score. Beautiful delivery there from Avery Rose Carmont, but just pure strength from John Tautari, one of the Vulcans' most experienced players. And then here off the back of the scrum, we see Nicole Gray out the back to Lords Tuiala, and then Mariwa Sampson with the right fend on Edmonds to score and bring Counties into this game, who didn't have a lot of possession in the first half. This was probably the first time during the game that they showed a little bit of shape and off the back of it executed. So they need to do that a little more often through this game. What they've been doing throughout this campaign, we know they can execute, but they haven't really showed it today. And when they have showed it, they've scored.
Well, we'll see how the second half unfolds shortly. But for now, 4-4 the score. We'll be back for the second half. So welcome back to Massey Park here in Papakura. The final half of footy for today, and I'll tell you what, those clouds are getting closer and they're getting darker, but for now there's no rain on the field. As Counties just getting their last minute instructions there. And I'll tell you what, for a bit of context on this game, the Auckland Vulcans, they need to win, and they need to do so with a points differential of 34, the magic number for them to qualify for the final next week. As it stands, it's not looking likely. However, anything is possible. But they're going to need to get some points on the board. So there it is for your Sunday Rugby League. Akaranga taking on Otago. 12 o'clock. Don't want to miss that one. And then the women's game at 2 p.m. Akaranga taking on Wellington. Wellington also a chance of creeping into the final. However, they'll have to win by at least 80 plus. So we'll see how that plays out. Crystal Stowers there. So Counties just going about their business. Perhaps one eye on the final next week already.
Yeah. Highly like they need to come out in the second half very strong. Because to be honest, 30 points isn't all that, you know, all that much. If you really want a game, you can come back. But I mean, in saying that as well, 35-minute halves as opposed to 40. You got less time to do that. But it's going to come down to who wants it the most. If Vulcans really wanted it, they'll be really fighting hard to get those extra 30 points. Would probably be 34 again because they got 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So their 4-point advantage was cancelled out,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So 34 points is still the magic number. And like you said, the ball is in their court. It's up to them if they want to make the final next week. They're going to have to do so by scoring a whole lot of points. What is their best attacking options when you look at how this game's played out so far?
Well, I think they've got such strong middles. I'd be powering through the middle with the middles that they have. And saying that, the second rows are just as strong. This Vulcans team has a good team right across the board, as does Counties. But it just comes down to playing to your strengths, and that's how you win footy, is identifying the strengths amongst the squad and playing to that. Everyone's bring out the strengths of every individual player, so they bring that to the table.
Well, the Vulcans are the reigning champions. However, it hasn't always been that way. How long was the streak? Counties domination on the competition before that?
Oh, I think it might have been 11 years, perhaps, something around there anyway, that Counties won a winning streak. And I think, believe it was around COVID times when Akarana won, and then Vulcans obviously last year. So yeah, Counties haven't not played finals footy other than last year, if I'm correct. So they've been a part of a lot of finals footy over the years. And they'll be wanting to get back into the final circle, so to speak, which they weren't a part of last year.
Well, it was the game of the tournament the last time they played here when they took on Akarana. Of course, they went down to a last-minute try. So just waiting for a kicking team now to get us underway. One job, mate. So the two sides are ready. To'a kicks it up towards the Vulcans sideline. Of course, Counties now with the wind at their backs. Just making the Vulcans' job a little bit harder if they want to make the final next week. But here they are with nothing to lose. Mitanoia Fotumoala, there's a strong carry. Of course, she recently signed by the Warriors for next year's NRLW. Can't wait to see her in action.
Yeah, certainly a talented family, Fotumoala whānau. His sister playing at the Broncos, and then Noia's twin at the Dragons this year, and she had a breakthrough season for rookie. She was amazing. But look at this.
Whoa.
She's been doing that all game.
Well, Tamalolo looks like she's got another knock to the head. It's already got the head heavily strapped up there from a knock she took 2 weeks ago in that Akarana game that I mentioned. So it looks like the kick chase is offside there, inside the 10.
Yeah, she clashed heads with her own teammate, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple in that game.
I think she clashed heads with Jarrell Loto.
Yeah, I think Alicia Taylor also going down in that one. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, that was a physical game, that one.
And I tell you what, if that is the final next week, there'll be no disappointment, I'm sure. Two very evenly matched teams.
Yeah, I think all three teams, including this Vulcan side, are all, you know, evenly matched. Last week they obviously went down to the Orcas, 18-8. No one was expecting that. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves. They're going to have to step up here, the Vulcans.
So Taumalolo plays it now on tackle 3, I believe. Stowers at dummy half. Got Loto on her left. Loto out the back to To'a. To'a going right to the line, playing short. And it looks like they're sitting up again on this left edge. Stowers to To'a. Not much room to work with. But if there's not much room to work with, there's one person that loves that kind of job. To'a kicks it in goal. It's allowed to bounce. It's going dead on the full. 7 tackle set coming up for the Vulcans.
Yeah, uncharacteristic kick from To'a. She's definitely one of the best kickers in our women's game at the moment. You don't often see a kick out on the full like that.
I think that demonstrates the power of the wind that counties have at their back. As Leo Pepe taps and goes. It's a brave carry straight up the middle. Toka. So the Vulcans outside backs getting busy now. Biting off some big meters already. Into the county's half. This is a 7 tackle set, keep in mind. But Tautare's going to kick early. Over towards that sideline. It sits up beautifully. Putting Delai Luma in an awkward position, but she stays in play. And now counties coming forward now. Tackle 3. There's some better D from the Vulcans. To'a. Curtis.
Yeah, loving the line speed and the physicality of this Vulcan side. Working hard defensively.
So Loto, the deep pass finds Gray, who puts boot to ball. It's dropped backwards by Leo Pepe. Referee says play on. And now here's a bit of space. Leo Pepe down the sideline, taking on Gray. Gray getting across to make the tackle. She's the one that put the kick in. Luckily, she was waiting back there. And so the Vulcans now with all the momentum. Edmonds. Plays it back. Joseph out of dummy half, showing. Little gap just half opened up there. But closed just as quickly. Wharemate from dummy half. Here come the Vulcans. Counties on their line. They get up in defence now, but they don't get up far enough. And there's a try for Fotu Moala. We put big raps on her just a moment ago. And there she is showing us why.
Yeah, she's a strong carrier of the ball for Tumuala. She's been a force to be reckoned with in this competition and for her Otara side in the Premiership competition. As you said, Anne, signed with the Warriors. Lucky off that catch there, it wasn't a forward. Lau Pepe down the left edge. Good cover defense there from Danny Nicole Gray. But off the back of that, strong run here from Fotu Moala, straight through the defensive line of counties to extend the lead here for the Vulcans.
Yeah, great late footwork there. You love that from your front rowers. So the Vulcans back in front for the second time today. 8 points to 4. Kick to come. Lovely kick there. Flags go up. And another look at that try there, Fotumoala.
Yeah, beautiful short ball there from Charlotte Davis.
Great ball and great balance for a big body. It's a rare combination. So the Vulcans now in front for the second time today, 10 points to 4. As we are 7 minutes into the second half. So To'a kicks deep, it's allowed to bounce. Twice it's allowed to bounce, and 3 times it goes over the dead ball line. There's a result for Counties.
Oh, what can't To'a do? Making up for that kick that she kicked out on a full with this beautiful kick. Straight out the back. The exact result Counties would have wanted.
Yeah, she put that ball exactly where she was looking. Now great. On tackle 1 now. Counties looking to hit back. They've trailed already in this game, but were able to draw level. So a bit of extra attention there from the marker. Ends in a penalty for Counties. So on tackle 1, 10 metres out, 20 in from touch. Stowers, they come back towards this right edge. Gray, the Auckland Vulcans D, urgently shutting down that left corner. There must be a lot of space back on the inside. Let's see where they go this time. Stowers, trying to get around the congestion of the Vulcans. Solevi, spinning. Lotto. Wide pass over the top. Here's the space we're talking about. Curtis. Hands out to Marua Sampson. Still going. 3 defenders there to shut her down. But it's starting to open up now. This Vulcans defense. To'a. Boots a ball. It was ricocheted that come off the Vulcans. I'm not sure if it was played at. So referee says no, not played at. 5th tackle. And the Vulcans survive.
Yes, good defense from the Vulcans. Thought Counties would have shifted earlier because there was so much congestion around the ball, around the ruck. The Vulcans defense was so compressed and tight. The space would have been on the edge, but not to be. Didn't get there fast enough. Good defense from the Vulcans. You can see the rain starting to come down now at Massey Park.
I'll tell you what, you'll be kicking yourself if you're the Vulcans and you win this game. Obviously not by 30, but you win this game. So you know you can beat Counties. You know you can beat, pretty much any team in this comp. However, you lose the game to Wellington, which ends up costing you, which just goes to show there's no games that are unimportant. You've got to show up for every game, don't you?
Oh, 100%. And I do know that they had a lot of players. I don't know if they rested players, because they had about 5 key players that didn't play that Wellington game. Not sure for what reason, but it was costly to their side, obviously, with that loss.
So Tautari puts it up into the wind. Biting off some big meters here. Just about going all the way. To'a. Oh. There's the effects of the rain, making that ball extra slippery. Toa unable to keep hold as she goes to the line. But look at this kick return here.
This is what you want to see from your back five. Returns like this. This is all to build the confidence levels, build the motivation, especially for your middles. You see your middle, you see your back five returning like that. It's like, oh, I better get in there and do a strong carry.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Yeah, Wata Delai Loma Loma breaking off some big meters there. Love how she swapped the ball from right to left, got the fend out. So swap of the ball there. So referee not happy with the scrum. Once everybody's heads locked in, this time they are. Osborne. Very, very busy in the first half. Jodeci Joseph. Testing out these counties middles, asking some questions. Fakoselia. Plays it back to Joseph. Saiviti. So happy to keep things in the middle of the park for now. This time they go a little bit wider, down towards that left edge. The county's defense holds strong so far. Tautari, she's seen a little bit of space out wide. Oh, the wind again, just pushing that kick back. As it might have been right on the money for Edmonds. I'm sure she would have been calling for it out wide.
yeah, the idea was right. Crossfield kick from Tautari. She would have seen the space. Got good vision. Does make it challenging though when it's windy and wet.
Well, look how dark it is.
Yeah.
Also, all of a sudden. Might ask those cars to chuck their high beams on. So 49 minutes we are into this contest. Just one try the difference. Both these teams very neck and neck, although the Vulcans with a little bit of momentum now is Toa off the left foot. And again, just showing how slippery it is out there. That's your second error coming out of yardage.
Yeah, they're going to have to adapt their style of play with this wet weather. You've got to play wet weather footy and adapt to what's happening, because at the moment it's very, very wet. The ball is slippery, so just playing tighter, playing a bit smarter, more controlled footy.
What was your preference? Did you like playing in the rain, Crystal?
Not really. I don't mind wet weather footy, but this is extreme. I reckon it's extremely wet. Bit of drizzle, not too bad. It's probably not too bad, but not weather like this, that's for sure.
See, I was never fast, so for me this was like the great equaliser. Now we're all slow in the mud. So Jodeci Joseph linking up with Saiviti here. This is just getting heavier and heavier. The rain has found another gear. Can the Vulcans find another gear? Some strong defence there from counties. Talenza Nelson onto the field now in the 19. Tautari rolling that grubber in. Well left from counties. That's going to be a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, smart play there from Mariwa Sampson. She knew just to let it bounce. Takes the quick tap.
Well, here's a year's worth of rain coming down in the last 2 minutes. Stowers. This is unbelievable. The change of conditions here is remarkable as Toa. She'll want to keep hold of it this time. She puts boot to ball. It's a right-footed kick down towards the corner. Sits up. No, it doesn't. That's going to bounce into touch.
Yeah, for counties at this point in game, they just really need to get to the back end of their sets. Get some good defense in. There's no pressure on them at the moment with the clock ticking away and being the enemy for the Vulcans.
So Edmonds. Toka. Great vision there from Toka, spotting some gaps in the county's D-line. Howell. Running hard and straight, something she does so well. Joseph. Oh.
Yeah, we could be seeing a lot more of this. The torrential weather. The ball's appearing to be very slippery. Seen about 4 of those so far.
Oh, there's no give up in this rain. So it looks like it's kicking it up another notch. So Tuiala. I'm sure as a coach you wouldn't mind your players taking an extra second, extra 2 seconds just to play it.
Play it safely.
Play it safe, hold
Yeah.
that ball, keep it wrapped up.
I certainly would prefer that than an error.
So as it stands, it'll be a counties Akarana final. Unless Auckland can find another 30 points or 28 points. They are quickly running out of time. Oh, there's an error. So the Vulcans pounce on the ball now on tackle 0. Diamond Henry at dummy half. She's got some backs turned in front of her. Oh, and there it is. It's like trying to keep hold of a baked bean. Sampson. Sampson's still going. So here's a tricky one. How do you get your plays on here? Well, trying to keep hold of the ball. Because there's going to be some very tough catches to make, especially if you're playing at the line. So Stowers onto Lotto. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that was the option, the front door play.
So playing on now, this is tackle 1 for the Vulcans. Been some big minutes out there for Whatumuala. Oh, just as I say that, looks like some subs might be rolling in. So Jodeci Joseph is off. No, she's not. Someone's been subbed off.
Oh, bit of cramp maybe. Yeah.
Well, you can't say she's dehydrated.
Not in this weather.
Not in this weather. So referee's not waiting around. He says someone else play the ball. Let's crack on with it. 56 minutes into the game. Osborne. Taltari looking for some options there, going herself. Joseph. Malia Fraser playing it eventually. Or trying to take a little bit too quickly. Referee pulls it back.
Yeah, the game's riddled with errors at the moment. Oh, yep. Fumble in the play the ball. Fair call.
Yeah, way too slippery to be trying to rush those kind of plays. Who's your pick for the NRL final?
I'm
Crystal?
going the Storm. I've always been a Storm supporter.
Have you?
Yeah.
Do you think they can do it without Big Nelson, though?
Yeah, I do. Man, he's been in and out anyway with the amount of times he gets he gets penalised, and I think it's going to be definitely a hard game for Melbourne to win. But I'm a Melbourne supporter, so I'm definitely going to back Melbourne.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see that they're favourites for that one.
Are they the favourites?
They're favourites, yeah.
Wow, I
despite,
forgot you're the TAB man.
Well, Willie Poachin has picked the Panthers, so we'll see how that one plays out on Sunday. Be one for the history books for sure.
Oh, bit of aggression coming into this game. Bit of frustration, perhaps.
So, Danny Gray gonna play it back to Stowers now. There's,
Oh. I know she'll be disappointed with that. She's her own biggest critic.
Oop, looked like a magic trick there. Make the ball disappear. So here come the Vulcans. We've got just over 10 minutes left in this game to pile on a barrage of points to have any chance of making the final. Joseph from dummy half. There's a strong run there from Wharamate. Jade Wharamate, of course, making the Auckland Rugby League Team of the Year. Played for the Pakuranga Jaguars, who had it was a tough season for the Pac Jaguars this year. Very young side. But it'll be interesting to see how they go next year.
Yeah, it just goes to show. It doesn't matter how tough the team's doing it. If you're a good player, you'll stand out amongst the team. And Jade certainly stood out. Especially in the Wednesday night league, I noticed her in the Wednesday night league playing. Oh, here we see another handling error by Taylor Curtis. It's just one error after the other at the moment. It's a good spot for Vulcans.
Yeah, well, I think everyone plays good for Wednesday night league. You got to show up
Yeah,
for the TV
you
games.
do, yeah.
Get your hair cut, show up, kill it on the TV games.
No, it's not haircut for women, it's your eyelashes.
Oh, eyelashes, of course.
Or maybe for our tomboys of our game, go and get the fresh fade.
So Tautare feeds it. Joseph off the back of the scrum. Here's a nice little play. Tautare gets boomed. Over the top there, has a giggle as she plays it. Joseph. Whatumuala. Has she played 80 minutes?
I don't think she's
been,
I don't think she's been off. She'll need to get these minutes in her. Once she's playing NRLW next year, it's going to be a much faster pace.
Oh, yeah.
It's good that she can last the 70 minutes in the middle of the field.
So here we go from the offload now. Tautari. Here's a bit of space. Howell. Did she pass it too early? No, she didn't. Try time. Leah Reese-Toka in the corner. And the Vulcans now extend their lead.
Yeah, you can see this connection that they have down this right edge. They've been threatening down this side. But offload here from Vanessa Wille-Fraser. Ball here from Johnsau Tautari to Hoel. Out to Leah Rees-Tuka, who had her winger on her outside but decided to go herself and take 2 defenders with her. Yeah, she's been outstanding this season. Also made the Auckland Team of the Year and the Women's Player of the Year as well for Tani Wharau.
Yeah, well, they've had some joy down this right edge, as you said. One reason might be, though, no, who's the, no, Lisa Rua,
Lisa,
of course, down
yeah.
the left edge. She's a defensive powerhouse for Counties. And there's a couple other people missing this week for Counties.
Yeah, Kanetra Nathan and Lisa Rua, they're on a 12-week challenge, so they've got their showcase today. So I hope that's all going well for them.
Well, I'll tell you what, they'll be coming in hot next week.
Yeah, come and show some of their bodybuilding moves that they'll be doing.
Be flexing on everybody
Yeah.
in the final next week. So Leah took off from out wide, unlucky with a conversion. 14 points to 4, the score remains.
Yeah, too strong and powerful.
Great finish there. 14-4 the score. Just under 7 minutes to play. So the Vulcans will need 24 points to creep into the finals. Just 4 quick tries. Come on, 4 quick tries. Kick all the goals. Stranger things have happened. So here they come with nothing to lose. Molia Fraser. Been so strong since coming on the field. Howell. Great matchup between Howell and Pihima. So the Vulcans burning through tackles. They might need a penalty, or they'll need something special to get them down the other end. Tautari was looking for the 40-20, but it's ricocheted, and now Counties are into their half. They're going to have to do some defense here. So update on that points differential. Auckland only needs 7 more points to make it into the final. There is 5 minutes remaining on the clock. They're going to have to defend their line to give themselves any hope of perhaps a 8-point try in the last minute. So Stowers 5 meters out.
Well, that makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
It does. Loto. Toa. Grubbers. They're going to need to take this quickly.
Goal line dropout here for Counties.
So with less than 5 minutes left, will today be the day for a rugby league miracle? Albert Vete barking instructions from behind the dead ball line. There's a short kickoff that didn't go to plan. Toa picks it up.
She had no runners. She had no option but to take it.
Happy to take her time and to play the ball. So Alva'a plays it back to Stowers. It's a wide pass out wide to Lotto, who throws another wide pass. Gray, short this time. Oh, they were lining up on that right edge, but the ball goes to ground. It was knocked back. So Counties keep possession. Pihima, watch out for that big fan. Oh, just about puts the nail in the coffin. Leo Pepe, she knows she's saved a try there. Fantastic work, and it looks like it's going to be a 7-tackle set also, as I believe the ball was knocked on in goal. Oh, wow.
I say if the ball had not been wet, that could have been a different result.
Well, it's a big defensive play from Zion
It
Leo
is.
Pepe.
Absolutely.
Let's see who has their hand up now for a carry. Tautari, short ball. There's a high shot there, so there's the penalty that we were looking for a couple sets ago. They're going to have to try bite off as much meters as they can because it's a strong headwind, and they might just not even kick it out due to the wind. There's a body down and back play still from that attempted try from Counties in the right corner.
I think it might be Futu Moala that's down. She was having cramp issues earlier, so hopefully it's only that.
So Carmont back onto the field now. They could do with her run game at this stage of the contest. Mollia Fraser. Oh, ball knocked backwards. Here we go, Tautari, short ball, Toka, she's got one try already. Keeps hold this time. Short side, no it's not, back towards the middle, Howell. A nice arcing run into the middle of the field. Joseph. Looks left, goes right, Tautari, long ball. Oh, it's put down in the corner. And that could be all she wrote for the Vulcans in this competition. So it looks like some cramp there.
Need some pickle juice out there. It's one of John Sal's signature moves, her long ball. Unfortunately didn't make it to the hands of Edmonds.
There's no pickle juice out there, but it might be a gin and juice because it looks like the Vulcans are on Mad Monday after this one. Double cramp. It's spreading. It's contagious. It's spreading throughout the body.
Spreading throughout the team. Great job, Julian, the physio.
So time is off at the moment, just under 2 minutes left on the match manager's clock. So Kahurangi Edmonds, he's going to have to hang in there for the next 2 minutes. Nothing worse, is there? As soon as you start running, it just comes straight back.
I used to just have pickle juice at halftime to try and avoid getting cramp.
I used to just run less. So here come Counties. Toa. Wow, some very enterprising rugby league from Counties coming out of their own end. Pihima down the sideline. She's got a big fend on her, but the Vulcans girls able to get underneath it and stop her just short of halfway. That's a big play from Counties. Getting plenty of daylight between themselves and their try line.
Here's
Oh,
Pihima.
here we go. There's Pihima.
Here's Pihima. Oh,
They're all big and fast. It's easy to get them mixed up.
great defense from Vulcans. Scramble D. Got some work to do here.
So it looks like time will be the enemy of the Vulcans. Leo Pepe. Oh no. The time and the errors and the weather. Plenty of factors here that you're going to have to wrestle with. Counties, can they finish it off now? hot on attack. Stowers, they go right. Pihima spinning. There's that big fend. Still marching forward. Brought down eventually. She'll play it. There's bodies all over the place. Loto. Oh, Loto puts it down. Well, I think the error count might be in the triple figures today. The siren has sounded. Referee calls full time.
Yeah, you'd feel quite robbed when you win a game, but no, you're not going to the finals.
Yeah, 14 points to 4. The Vulcans proved too good for Counties. However, like you said, it means nothing as they fall out of the competition. Counties at this stage will be taking on Akarana in the final. And here's some of the highlights from today.
Yeah, this was all John Sal Tautari, just a little jig off her right. Took over 3 defenders, dived over the top. Beautiful ball delivery there from Avery Rose Carmont. But yeah, John Sal Tautari, she was good all game, just directing the team around. Brilliant kicking game. And then on the flip side here, Counties out to this left edge. Marua Sampson, who receives this ball, doesn't have much space, but gets Counties on the board. What you said, and she does great. She does a lot in a little bit of space.
Yeah, well, look at the sun shining through. Hard to believe the second half was played in the same country.
Yeah.
4 seasons in one day, most certainly.
Yeah, and this was Vulcan's other try. Beautiful ball from Charlotte Davis, Tanoia Futumuala. Too strong and too powerful, which she was the whole game, carrying the ball strong and scoring tries like this. Brilliant player. Excited to see what she's going to do for the Warriors next season. Then on the other side here, in their 3rd try for the Vulcans, offload there from Nessa Molea Fraser out to Leah Rees-Tucker. Had Edmonds on her outside but decided to take 3 defenders with herself, but this is off this beautiful offload here. Beautiful ball from John Sal Tautari. How well out to Leah Rees-Tucker, and that was the 3rd try for Vulcans.
Well, presuming that is our final for next week, Counties, Akarana, Crystal. Can you look on your crystal ball and tell us who wins?
Oh, I hate doing things like this because I don't want it to be a commentator's curse of any means, and also I don't want to sound biased by any means either. But I'd have to back Counties only because I play for Counties, but I know that Akarana have been they'll be the favourites for sure.
Well, it's a nail-biter last time they played. Here's some other scores from today. Bay of Plenty and Waikato 16 all in the men's premiership. And then, of course, 14 points to 4. Vulcans getting up over Counties Manukau. So here's what the women's table looks like. Counties and Auckland both finish with 3 wins. However, that points differential is going to see Counties into the final. And Wellington, of course, with a chance to score 70 plus tomorrow, but highly unlikely.
Yeah.
So I know you don't want to make a prediction, but based on the games that you've seen, not on any bias or anything else, just based on the games you've seen this year, who do you think has an advantage? I won't even say who wins. Who has an advantage for the final?
Well, based on what we've seen this season, it's definitely got to be Akarana because, they're the dominant team. They've been, winning. They haven't lost a game. So if we're going based on that, it would be Akarana. But I'd say it's going to be a really, really tough game. As we've seen Counties and Akarana already, it went down to the last minutes of the game. So it's going to be a cracker of a game, that's for sure.
Well, cracker of a game tomorrow. Also, Wellington Orcas taking on Akarana Falcons. I've loved the way Wellington have played this year. It's a team that's just improved. And, of course, last week beating the Vulcans, taking them by surprise. Be great to see what they serve up tomorrow. So don't miss that one. I believe we got the Vulcans captain down on the sideline.
We're here with the captain of Auckland Vulcans, John Sal Tautari. John Sal, it was a great performance, but must be bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. Fell a bit short there. Yeah, won the game, but needed a couple more tries to get to that final. However, still very, very proud of our ladies.
Talk us through the season.
Yeah, honestly, the season's been amazing. It's been a while since we've had a coach that gets us, gives chances everywhere, and he's done it across the board, and all credit to him and his staff for just making an awesome environment, a happy space, and the girls have enjoyed their footy.
What's the message to the girls?
Just heads up, I know we've got a lot of babies in there, well, a lot of young girls, so yeah, the future's so bright for them, and there's so many opportunities, so yeah, just stick at it.
And who's joined us here?
This is my son. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
And any other shout-outs?
Yeah, just good luck, especially to Lisa Roa, captain of the county's girls. She's away on her transform show, but good luck to her and her girls next week in the final.
Thanks to the Vulcans. Great season.
Thank you.
Well, it is a bittersweet feeling, of course, but you know, stick at it seems to be the overall message here. A lot of young kids coming through that Vulcan side. Be great if they can keep hold of the same players, same coach, and get a bit of momentum, because I know these rep teams, they do tend to chop and change quite a lot.
Yeah, it's been a bit hard with the rulings, I guess. One stage, Vulcans was a development side, and then now, you know, now they went last year, you could select any team, and then now you're back to being a development side. So it is hard to get some sort of, you know, consistency.
Well, we're going to cross down to Crystal Stowers, who's down on the sideline.
We're here with Counties Manukau Stingrays captain Crystal Stowers. It was a tough game, but you held on, you did enough, and you're through to the grand final. How does it feel?
Obviously, it always feels good to get to the end and make a grand final. I feel very privileged for our team. Obviously, we didn't put on the performance we wanted today, but in the end, we got there, so we just got to show up and not play like we did this weekend. But yeah, back to training and tidy up a few things for next week.
How hard was it with the weather?
Oh, you saw I dropped the ball a couple of times. It was really slippery out there, eh? But no excuses. I guess we just got a little bit messy there, maybe trying a little bit too hard. But still proud of our girls that we're going to a final, and I got to give it up to the Vulcans because they played really well today.
So what are you going to be doing to prepare?
Hold on to the ball. No, we're just going to go back and just our spine, taking a little bit more control. Myself also, that would have been my error there too, not controlling the game for my girls, so I'll take that one for my team, so apologies there, but hey, we go again next weekend and hopefully we come away with the win.
Who's here watching you? Any words for the fans?
Well, I just want to say thank you to my pretend fans out there, but no, just there. Thank you to my family, my partner who always support me in the background.
Thank you so much. Good luck next week.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, Crystal Stowers, one of the great characters of the game. And have a look at that. We talked about, I said, would today be the day for a rugby league miracle? Waikato, who have lost every game so far this year, have beaten Bay of Plenty 30 points to 22. So great for them. Although they won't be in the final this year, I'm sure they'll carry that momentum into next year.
Is this the Bay of Plenty team that's playing against the team next weekend?
It is.
It is?
It is indeed. So we'll see how they go. So thank you for joining us here today. Full-time score, Counties go down, but they will be in the final next week. Don't want to miss that one. Go down to the Vulcans, 14 points to 4. Thank you for joining us. And until next week, take care.